Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Laura struggles with her conscience and Dex and Joss clear the air. Today on General Hospital, Maxie confides in Felicia, Brick and Jordan flirt, and Alva makes an admission to Sunny. Please note that if you purchase something by clicking on a link within this story, we may receive a small commission of the sale. Maxie returns to her office and drops the sample cosmetics from the TV segment on the floor. She crawls down to gather them and then screams after the day she had. Felicia shows up and jokes that's the reaction she had to seeing Lucy's performance today. Maxie says Lucy breathes the same air as them, but she is not one of them. Felicia says fortunately Sasha saved the day. Felicia asks Maxie what's going on. Maxie says everyone is tired of Lucy, Tracy is tired of all of them, Sasha is tired of deception, and Brooklyn puts it third on her list of what's important. She's taking care of everything, so Felicia wonders who is taking care of her. Felicia is worried as Maxie has been putting everyone else above herself. Maxie says she's just tired. She's tired of being mad at Lucy and Tracy, and also her mom and Spinelli for the fake flood thing. She's also tired of Spinelli being the one guy she cares about and can't let near her. Felicia doesn't understand. Maxie confesses she kissed Spinelli the night Jason came back, and she has hurt him so many times, but she loves him and probably will love him forever. Felicia sits down with Maxie and notes she and Mac had a lot of false starts, and after they broke up and got back together, she was afraid she'd screw things up. However, she listened to her heart and not her fear, and she knew when she and Mac married the last time that it was forever. Maxie admits she survived a breakup with Spinelli once, but doesn't think she can survive another. Felicia reminds her that Spinelli has seen her at her worst, and even though she kicked him out, he hasn't turned his back on her. Felicia apologizes again for the whole flood scheme. She knows Maxie is tired and run down, which is why having a nerd like Spinelli to help around the house isn't such a bad thing. In Jordan's office, Laura has something delicate to discuss with her Cyrus. She needs her advice, but Jordan feels she can't be objective when it comes to him. Laura understands as it takes a lot for her not to roll her eyes when he shows up at her door quoting scripture. Laura brings up Sunny beating Cyrus and asks if she thinks it was warranted. Jordan won't deny she's dreamed of Cyrus getting his, but she doesn't believe in vigilant justice. Laura feels like Sunny's accomplice in this, which Jordan doesn't understand. Laura explains she and Sunny have a long history, and even though Cyrus has committed horrible crimes, she thinks he is trying to redeem himself. And if it was anyone but Sunny who attacked Cyrus, she would want them prosecuted. She feels as the mayor she shouldn't look away from a crime because it was committed by someone she thought of as a friend. Jordan asks if she's thinking of having Sunny arrested. Laura says that's not her call to make, but she knows whose it is. Trina and Joss go for a run in the park at night. Joss knows Trina is still grieving, but notes when you move it gives your brain a chance to reset. Trina appreciates Joss and her helping her get out of this rut she's in. Suddenly a shirtless Dex runs into them. Trina didn't know he was staying in town, and Joss reveals he's applying to the PCPD. The silence is deafening, so Trina says she knows they broke up but doesn't know why, and it feels like they don't know either. Dex says he should go and keep his heart rate up, but Trina asks what happened to them. Joss says they changed and just need time. Trina tells them to learn from what she went through with Spencer because they don't always have time. She says they used to be so in love, so figure things out. Trina leaves them, and Dex knows Trina's been through a lot. Joss says she needs her friends, and they need to find a way to support her and not make it weird between them. He says he's in. They sit down, and he asks how she's been. Joss says having Jason back has her mom over the moon. He says she looks great, and he misses her. Joss admits she came down hard on him when she found out what he was willing to do for Sunny, and thinks this police thing is about proving he's not that guy to her and to himself. She insists he can't become a cop as it puts him in Sunny's sights, and Sunny will want to get rid of him eventually. Dex reminds her that he tried once and didn't go through with it. Joss points out that was because of her mom, and he doesn't listen to her anymore. Joss insists that Sunny won't let this go, and he knows it. They aren't together, but she doesn't want anything bad to happen to him. She says she has to go, but he stops her. He says there is something she should know, and reveals he offered to testify against Sunny. He says Anna said there was nothing she could do without evidence, so she suggested he become a cop. He says he fought for his country, and now he wants to fight for and protect the people of Port Charles. She thanks him for telling her, and he returns to his run. In Sonny's restaurant, he asks Brick what he has for him. Brick says he arranged for their men to meet up with Kate's and do the work they discussed, but it was interrupted by a good Samaritan. Sonny asks where this happened. Brick states it was about a block from his coffee house. He says Kate's didn't go to GH, but he got the message. Sonny rants about Kate's and wonders if Kate's was at the warehouse to meet Jason, as Jason told him he's working for the FBI. Brick says he may be connecting the wrong dots here, which brings him to Dex and the money he was paid. Sonny says Dex is dead to him, and he fills Brick in on Dex being paid by Michael to take him down, and then later to spy on him. Brick is sorry. He notes it's getting late, so he should get going. Sonny says Ava's about to show up soon for dinner anyway. Brick asks how things are going with them. Sonny admits it's nice to have a woman around. Ava eventually shows up and apologizes for being late as she had a long day. Sonny tells her that he's fed Avery and she's asleep in the office. He asks Ava what happened to make her day so long. Ava says it has to do with she who must not be named. He asks Carly. She says no, the other one. He asks what Nina wants. Ava tells him you. They sit down to dinner, and Sonny feels it's sad that Nina can't accept the marriage is over and move on. He says she's just going to keep hurting herself and is sorry Ava had to go through this. Ava says she can sympathize with Nina, even though she knows Nina has only herself to blame for what happened. Later, Ava tells Sonny that she knows they aren't together in a conventional sense, but she likes living with him. He agrees and says sometimes unconventional is the way to go. Brick arrives at Jordan's office with flowers. He asks if she can come out and play tonight. They flirt back and forth, and he wants to take her out to dinner someplace nice. They're interrupted when Brick gets a call and groans and says he's on the way. Jordan sees he's in demand tonight and to let her know the next time he's in town. He says that's a demand he can't refuse. He leaves and she looks at the flowers. She smiles, but shakes her head and says, "What's wrong with me?" At the hospital, TJ meets with Gregory and explains he is filling in for Dr. Kramer. TJ asks about his medication, and Gregory admits sometimes he doesn't remember what he's taken or when, but Finn monitors it all. He says he's probably doing so well because of Finn. Gregory asks TJ if he has kids, and TJ says he and his partner are having one with a surrogate. Gregory connects the dots back to Alexis, and TJ jokes he is going to do his best to keep her from scrubbing in at the birth. Gregory feels something is troubling him, and TJ says as a doctor he knows everything one needs to do to have a healthy baby, but Gregory says parents have been worrying about their unborn children since the beginning of time, but they always come out fine, though yes, there are some tragedies. He tells TJ to just remember this is his moment and to live in it. TJ shows him a photo of their ultrasound and thanks Gregory for the advice.